It's Edith Bowman and Danny McNamara, ladies and gentlemen.
And the winner is Good Leeds Lass, Corinne Bailey-Ray.
Gosh, it's completely unexpected. People asked me on the way in what would it feel like if I won, and I said, have you seen the category that I'm in? You know, Arctic Monkeys are in there, Lily Allen, Orson, so many great bands, and I just don't know what to say, so thank you very much.
Our next award is for Best Track, sponsored by Napster. When we say track, I mean single, of course, or for the average Q reader, really happening 45, Daddy-O. To present this award from U2, no, sit down, come back, it's not the sanctimonious one, alright? It's Larry Mullen, ladies and gentlemen.
And the winner is the two guys who brought the bossa nova back, Gnarls Barkley.
We won't take up too much of your time. Thank you. We're very honored, Q Magazine, for this very prestigious award. Thank you all. We'd like to thank Corda and Paul Brown and Warner UK and the entire staff. I'd like to thank Josh Deutsch at Downtown Records and also the Atlantic Records staff in the States. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you.
The Q Inspiration Award is the first of our special awards selected by the editorial team of Q. Now, this category has previously been won by Bjork, the Pet Shop Boys, The Cure, Echo and the Bunnymen, John Lydon, Joe Strummer and New Order. All acts, of course, have had a profound influence on contemporary music. To present this award, we have 5 young women who've also inspired many a teenage boy to lock the bedroom door when they're on MTV. Tissues at the ready, boys. It's Girls Aloud.
The Q Inspiration Award goes to AHA.
Thank you so much. This is a big deal for us. Thank you, Q Magazine, for the most meaningful award in our career.
Our next award is the Q Outstanding Contribution to Music Award, sponsored by Sony Ericsson. This, of course, is not to be confused with the Q Inspiration Award, chalk and cheese. No similarity whatsoever. To present this award, a pop star never seen without their trademark hat. No, not Kylie. Will you please welcome Mr. J.K.
To announce the winner is Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
It's so special to me to see all of you in here and to know that I have had some sort of an impact on your lives through music. Thank you.
That climb on the screen who won the groundbreaking award.
Well, there's a surprise. Rub that budgie snapper a sec for us, for good luck. Anyway, we'd like to thank Rubber Rob, Andrew, and Jerry the Silver Fox McAlone, management, Barbara Sharon, who does the press, everyone at Sony BMG who had the wisdom and foresight to put us out on Columbia Records. Can you believe that, with our reputation? Strange one, yeah?
Congratulations, fellas. The Q Icon Award celebrates an act that maybe we loved when they first appeared, and then we loved maybe ironically for a decade or so, and now we've learned to love them properly again. To present this award, a man who redefined the Welsh as an intelligent, politically minded people. All of his good work undone by just one episode of Charlotte Church's Chat Show. It is the great James Dean Bradfield.
The winner is Mr. Jeff Willett.
Thank you for having all my guilty pleasures and listening to them. I suppose I've had more guilty pleasures than any of you because I wrote them all, and it was a lot of fun, and it certainly beat doing a job or anything.
The great Jeff Lynne. Our next award is the Q Idol Award, celebrating a great pop act from the last 20 years of the magazine. Now, The Feeling, we're going to present it, a band, of course, who were broken by our friend Chris Moyles over there. Presumably he sat on them. Sorry, Chris. Unfortunately, they've got flu, so I'm going to have to present this award as well. What can we say about this band? Well, without them, there would have been no Westlife, no Boyzone, but let's not hold that against them. Take that!
We didn't expect to get back together after 10 years, let alone beat the Q Awards. So, pleasure to be here, and amongst loads of, you know, legends and stuff. We used to win Smash Hits Awards and things like that, so it's nice to be acknowledged by a somewhat credible magazine. Not that Smash Hits wasn't credible, well, you know what I mean.
Okay, and so we move on to the Q Outstanding Performance Award. Now, I would have been tempted to give this to Pete Doherty for his outstanding performance, well, just generally. But to present this award, Will you please welcome a pioneer of the e-fueled house and dance revolution who recently retired to run a nice restaurant? It's Danny Rampling.
And the winner is Faithless.
Thank you so much. Oh, I've never won an award.
No, I think this is our first award ever. So Q Magazine and everybody who voted for us, that is really kind, properly unexpected, and thank you very much indeed. Wicked.
The Q Classic Songwriter Award is next, and this rewards an artist whose greatest hits album usually only contain, you know, all their hits, but we often can only hum 2 or 3 of them. There's some that are fantastic, but I would give you a crate of champagne to anyone who can sing more than 3 of some of the greatest hits albums that are currently in the stores. To present this award, though, a man who won it in 1998. He's celebrated with a superb guitar solo. He's just breaking off from that now. Will you please welcome the one, the only, the mighty Mr. Paul Weller.
He's your favourite of mine as well, Mr. Noel Gallagher. All my own work. Thanks to Andy and Gem, Scully friend of the stars, and my missus. Thank you very much.
This year, the Q Lifetime Achievement Award celebrates a career that has included groundbreaking live shows, unique international collaborations, and celebrated visual breakthroughs. I wonder whose legacy will be celebrating in 20 years' time, eh? My money is on McFly, currently putting the finishing touches to their jazz odyssey. To present this award, one of the most original and challenging artists in the world today, who, thanks to licensing agreements, is also known as that bloke who does the music in the car ads. It is the magnificent Moby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, what made me a musician at the beginning was amazing voices and great songs and great grooves. So I'm very happy to be standing where Smokey just stood.
To present this next award, will you please welcome the self-styled saviour of rock, Johnny Burrell, and an actual saviour of rock, the great John Cale. Here they are.
This band, the Manic Street Preachers, well, a fantastic band, just one of the greats, with more chutzpah and more balls than pretty much any other band since The Clash, and nobody ever looked as good as Nicky Wire in a dress and eyeliner, so that's what I got to say.
Well, every morning I'd look out at the Black Mountains, and that was the lower end of the Brecon Beacons. They were a gorgeous sight. So if you take the M4 down to the border and take a right, you'll end up at the northern edge of the Brecon Beacons, and that's where you'll find Stadium Rock from the Manics.
Thank you for some more eloquent speeches tonight to the 2 Johns. Thank you very much, especially Mr. Cale here, because he really was one of our founding fathers, most definitely. And we talked with Johnny a couple of years back, and it was obvious then he was going to kill everybody, to be honest. So thank you very much for these 2 giving this award to us. I think we've said this a million times before, but I just can't help but say it again. For us, this is like the 10th anniversary of Everything Must Go. And anything we ever get always feels very bittersweet, because they're 2 people that indelibly scratched into our hearts. That's Mr. Philip Paul and Mr. Richie James Edwards. So we will accept this on behalf of them again, and we'll keep saying it forever. Thank you.
The next 3 awards were all voted for by the readers of Q Magazine and online via its inevitable website. The first of the 3 is for Best Live Act, sponsored by Marshall Amplification. Q readers love live gigs, as long as they can watch them on DVD at home with a glass of Wolf Blass before Midsummer Murders comes on. That's a lovely evening in. There's no 2 ways about that. To present this award, the luckiest woman in the world. Every year her dad throws her a massive summer party with brilliant bands playing for her and 70,000 of her closest friends. It is Emily Evis, ladies and gentlemen.
And the winner is Muse.
Hey, thanks very much for this. It's always a nice surprise. We don't know why we keep winning it, not with bands like U2 around. I saw you play, by the way, guys, in Milan. It was the best gig I've ever seen.
The best album, sponsored by Play.com, is next, and I can tell you the winning album got over half the votes, which tells me one thing. Fix! Just a joke. To present this award, will you please welcome whichever 3 beautiful and talented young women happen to make up the Sugar Babes this morning. The Sugar Babes.
Right then, the winner is Arctic Monkeys.
A lot of people make jokes about they're having like awards for no reason, and that, just for the sake of having awards for people, and that, just to a lot of like pretending they were good when they weren't, sort of thing. Like, I mean, I might be glad of it one day, but like, at least now, like, I'm not old enough to know like a lot of them and stuff, but even I know that Take That was my...
No.
Not having that. But thanks for this one anyway. Thanks for this one. Means a lot to have this album, so nice. Down. Thank you.
Before you go, we've totaled up all the votes cast this year across all the categories, and the Arctic Monkeys have received the most. Hey fellas, come back, the Arctic Monkeys. I was meant to call them back in. The Arctic Monkeys are this year's People's Choice. Monkeys! Oi! Come back in. No, they're not coming. No, you won't get them off the bouncy castle. Alright. The final voted for award is the big one, of course. This is the award for the best act in the world today, sponsored by O2. Now, statistically, and this is a fact, the biggest act in the world today, as we speak, are children's entertainers, the Wiggles. Right? This is a fact. They sell out stadium after stadium. Luckily for you, they can't be here tonight as they're sitting in their gold mansion snorting coke through diamond straws. But to present the award, he's made a career out of grunting monosyllabic swear words. Sit down, Liam. It's not you, it's Ricky Tomlinson.
And the winners are a few little lads from up north. Oasis!
Well, anyway,
Come on,
I want to
Oasis!
take what you said to me outside. He's your kid here. I know you'd have known about it if he was, mate. Let me tell you that. I think he's going to let Aha and you come up here without the mindless verbal abuse he goes through every year there. But anyway, no, we don't need to get him on the phone because he's gone to the zoo. Apparently, seriously, the monkeys are bringing their kids to go and have a look at him. But anyway, I'd like to thank. I'd like to thank everybody from our office, Ignition Management, the greatest. Thanks to Emma and Marcus, and to Sony PMG. See you in a bit.
Well, I'm taking this to the flat. Nice one.
Our next award is for Q Legend. This is not to be confused with Q Icon or Q Idol, which any idiot can see are completely different. To present this award, it was going to be Jeremy Clarkson, but he can't be here. He's trying to crash a car at 300 miles per hour so people like him again. But not to worry, will you please welcome from Muse, the fabulous Matt Bellamy.
Please welcome the Who.
A legend. What is that? A legend award. A legend in this crunch time. Thank you. There are too many people to thank. Our long career has been fantastic. Like Smokey, we're one of the lucky people. Thank you all.
Okay, well, the last award of the day is the aptly titled the Q Award of Awards Band of Bands, or as I like to think of it, the Thank It's All Over for Another Year Award. To tell us all about it, will you please welcome back the one, the only, the minute he's back on this stage, you will want him inside you. It's Paul Rees, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Bellamy called it right. Get up your arses for the greatest rock and roll band on the planet. You too!
I did not know that the Who would be here today, but I was watching on Channel 4 the Who's film, The Kids Are Alright, which is a shite name for the film about a rock band, but it is a great film. And I just watched and I watched and I watched and I thought, there it is. Everything, all the reasons that we're in a band. Sex, violence, religion, the us against the world, the us against each other if we're not against the world, the big ideas, the big hair, power chords, the small wounds made open wide, intimacies that rob the room of air because someone is telling you something so private over a public address system. It's all there with the Who for me. The best of what we're capable of. The drummer kicking the singer's head in from right behind where he stands. The bass as a lead instrument, audacious. And this thing God gave us to get through the 20th century and maybe even the 21st. The guitar genius. There are colours Pete Townsend showed me that didn't exist before he showed me. Ditto The Edge. The sound of revenge. Against what? You can never be sure. But it's a remarkable thing to watch revenge exceed the forgiveness. A rock band is a great little combo of compromise. If you want to take on the world and not compromise, the rock band is a great little combo of compromise. Give it a bit of a kicking. When you sign up, you don't expect it to kick you back. As you get older, you'd miss a good kicking if it wasn't there. We love Q. Happy birthday, Q. You are much cooler than when you started. So are we.